Hey movie lovers! Today, let's take a trip back in time to the golden age of sci-fi movies, from 1930 to 1950. This time was special, not just for the cool special effects, but for the amazing stories filmmakers created. These movies were not just fun, they showed the fears and hopes of people back then. By the way, don't forget there will be a quiz at the end of this video. Let's start now. First up, at number 10, we have Flash Gordon from 1936. The film follows Flash Gordon as he fights the evil Emperor Ming to save Earth. This wasn't just a movie. It was a big deal that brought space adventures to the screen. Fun fact, the special effects were so new that they reused the spaceship models for other films. You should also check out the remake from the 1980s with a great soundtrack by Queen. Moving on to number 9, Things to Come from 1936. This movie, based on a book by H.G. Wells, showed a future that was both exciting and scary, with technology that could help or hurt humanity. The story covers many years, showing a world hit by war and the rise of a perfect society. Number 8 is The Day the Earth Stood Still from 1951. I know it's a bit past our 1950 cutoff, but this film's message about peace and understanding fits with the earlier era. The story is about an alien visitor who comes to Earth with a warning about our future. The famous line, Klaatu Barada Nikto, spoken by the alien, was later joked about by Bruce Campbell in the Evil Dead trilogy.
Klaatu Barada.
Also, fun fact, in the 2008 remake, the alien is played by Keanu Reeves. At number 7, it's Destination Moon from 1950. The film follows astronauts on the first trip to the moon. This was one of the first films to have help from NASA, making sure the rocket science was real. This made people more interested in real space travel. Number 6 is Dr. Cyclops from 1940. The story is about a mad scientist who uses radiation to shrink his enemies. This was one of the first movies in Technicolor, but it's the creepy story of a scientist shrinking his colleagues that keeps viewers on the edge of their seats. Halfway through at number 5, The Invisible Man returns from 1940. The sequel to The Invisible Man, it follows a man who becomes invisible to clear his name of a crime he didn't do. While the Invisible Man himself might not be seen, the special effects that made him disappear were celebrated in movie circles. At number 4, Mighty Joe Young from 1949 tells the story of a young woman and her giant gorilla friend who become stars of a Hollywood show. The movie uses amazing stop-motion animation and influenced many visual effects artists. It's not just a technical marvel, it's a heartwarming story too. Number 3 is The Thing from Another World from 1951. This scary story about an alien invasion set in a remote Arctic outpost is great at creating suspense. The story follows scientists and military people who find a dangerous alien frozen in the ice. This film was remade in 1982 by John Carpenter and became a cult classic because of its tense atmosphere and scary special effects. Coming in at number 2, Forbidden Planet from 1956. With groundbreaking visual effects and a complex story about the dangers of technology, this film is a cornerstone of sci-fi. The story is set on a distant planet where a space crew meets a scientist, his daughter, and a deadly invisible creature. Robbie the Robot became a major icon of early sci-fi cinema. Here's another fun fact. Did you know that the leader of the space crew is played by Leslie Nielsen? Yes, the same Leslie Nielsen who later became famous for his funny roles in the Naked Gun movies and Airplane. Crazy, right?
Well, accidents will happen.
And finally at number 1, Metropolis from 1927. The film is set in a future city where the rich live in luxury, while the workers have to work hard underground. Yes, it's a bit older than our timeline, but its influence on all sci-fi films is huge. The future it showed, with its big class differences, is still important today. The movie's future city inspired the look of Blade Runner and The Fifth Element, and even the design of the droid C-3PO from Star Wars is a tribute to the android Maria. There you have it, the top 10 sci-fi classics from the golden era that every movie fan should watch. Each of these films not only entertained, but also pushed the limits of what movies could do. So, which of these classics will you watch first? And now, it's time for our quiz. We have 10 questions for you, each with 3 choices. Let's see how well you know these famous movies. Are you ready? Question 1. In Flash Gordon, who is the main antagonist that Flash battles to save Earth? Question 2. Things to Come is based on a book by which famous author? Question 3. What is the iconic phrase spoken by the alien visitor in The Day the Earth Stood Still? Question 4. Destination Moon was one of the first films to involve technical advisors from which organization? Question 5. In Dr. Cyclops, what does the mad scientist use to miniaturize his enemies? Question 6. In The Invisible Man Returns, why does the main character become invisible? Question 7. In Mighty Joe Young, what kind of animal is Joe? Question 8. The Thing from Another World is set in which remote location? Question 9. Who plays the stoic leader of the space crew in Forbidden Planet? Question 10. Which iconic android from Metropolis inspired the design of C-3PO from Star Wars? Great job, everyone! How did you do? Share your score in the comments below. And remember, every one of these films played a key role in shaping the sci-fi genre we love today. If you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe for more fun and educational content. Keep watching and keep learning. See you next time!